pays better. I can basically start work whenever I want, get off work whenever. Well, I don't get off work whenever I want, but I can stay late if I want to.
Sure.
But yeah, like you just, you know, they basically are so backed up on work, they're willing to take anybody at any time.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
the hilarious thing is we are already not the newest people there, and somebody already quit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
somebody joined Adrian's department, and within 2 hours of being there, fucking got up and left.
Jeez, why is that?
Um, I I think they felt like the job would be a lot more entertaining or something. I don't really know what they were hoping for,
Sure.
but
More substantial?
She came in saying that she couldn't lift anything.
yeah,
Realized she had to lift things because she had a work restriction, which she didn't tell anybody. And once
that's
she
right.
realized that she actually had to work, she couldn't just sit there. She decided it wasn't going to be a good fit.
Yeah, it was essentially that. She had a work restriction she told no one about that prevented her from lifting anything.
Oh, sure.
And it's production. You have to.
Yeah, and that and it was.
Yeah, because you're supposed to do like 350 parts an hour, and she did 30 in 2 hours.
Yeah, she kept. I guess she kept. They told her what would essentially pass for a good part, so she would work on her own, and
Sure.
she would literally pick up a part, hand it to the lady that trained her, and go, "So is this a good part?"
Oh, gosh.
And just did that the entire time. Didn't even look at the part, just picked it up and handed it to her. Is this a good part?
Didn't really instill any confidence in the company either, I imagine.
Oh, well, and what really sucks is this is essentially the best they could do for her, because Adrian's department is the easiest department. There's like there's really no lifting they do there other than lifting the buckets they use onto a scale.
Sure.
But outside of that, there's like no other lifting. So you got anything you need to do, or what are we doing here?
We could fill up my stuff. We could fill up your stuff. We could play golf. I did that earlier today.
I don't play golf on this game. It's just awful. Um,
I wasn't too bad. I only ended up 9 over.
it's just awful. If I play golf, it's
right.
Normally on the Wii. The Wii.
Yeah, the Wii.
But yeah, my stuff could use a refill because I haven't been on in like 3 days, so I'm pretty sure everything's empty.
Let's do it. I'm in.
All right,
Fill your stuff. Fill my stuff, and then do some sales maybe.
Yeah, I got some. I'm pretty sure something in my vast empire needs selling.
Right.
All right, so I will.
Weed maybe.
Weed. Oh, I haven't been to my weed lab in so long, and all the times that and all the times I hopped on and played, I never really ever made it to my weed farm because I try to keep the weed farm to the last because
Sure.
Well, because it's all the way at the other end of the map, so it's just like I'll do that last.
Sure. Well, let's do it then. Let's start there.
All right, I sent you a invite to join my biker club.
Boom.
I'm flying towards my meth lab right now, and I'll just send you an invite to it once I get there.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Either send you an invite or I'll just start something and you can meet me where we're going. But yeah, no, I definitely like the new job.
Good. I'm glad.
It keeps me busy, and they let me listen to music, so I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I just caught up with the Fake Doctor's Real Friend.
Nice.
And now I'm listening to the Office Ladies.
What's the Office Ladies?
Pam and the ladies who played Pam and Angela, Angela Kinsey.
Oh, cool.
Angela Kinsey and Jenna Fisher they get together and do kind of like what Turk and JD do, which is they just talk about episodes in each order, and they had their first guest. I'm like 4 episodes in, and they had one guest on Rainn Wilson.
Sure. Nice.
Yeah, and they started talking to him about being Dwight or whatever. He goes, "What do you think? I haven't done anything since then?"
I love Rainn.
Right. Oh boy.
You know, Jenna's like,
We
oh,
recording yet?
oh yeah, we've been recording for the past 6 minutes. But yeah,
Cheers, YouTube.
he said that, and Jenna's like, yeah, let's talk about that great part you had 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. I thought that was hilarious.
Thought you wanted to start with the weed farm.
No, we're doing the weed farm last. I always do the weed farm last.
Oh, all right.
But
I'm in.
yeah, the real funny part is in four different episodes now, Angela Kinsey found out exactly how much less she got playing the part of Angela than Jenna got for playing Pam. Because she found out that, you know, I guess in the first season, all of the background players, all of their computers were just, you know, plastic, you know, fakes.
Right.
Yeah, Angela found out that Pam's was a real computer. She was not happy.
That part was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that was so hilarious because she's like, "What? What else are you gonna tell me?" And
My real name isn't Rain.
no, it was Jenna that was telling her about the computer. She told her that
Okay.
that the main five got real computers and all the background players didn't. So, you know, John had one, Pam had one, or Jenna had one, Rain had one, Steve had one, and I can't remember who the fifth one is of the main five. But
Sure.
yeah, guys like, you know, Oscar and Brian and Angela and all them didn't have real computers. They had you know, just these plastic, essentially toys.
Right. Yeah, they just had dummy computers.
Yep. And then they were talking about how basically they were having a free cell tournament because up until 2006, even when they did have computers, they didn't have Wi-Fi. So to pass the time when they were, you know, in the backgrounds, basically if you saw a person in the background anywhere before 2006, they were playing free cell.
Sure.
To, you know, if they didn't have lines. So they had like free cell tournaments, and I guess the woman who played Phyllis was like a free cell champion.
Oh wow.
She like kicked all of their asses and she held their you know, free cell championship for, you know, quite a while. But yeah, it's hilarious listening. Like, they actually do a pretty good job of you know, recounting everything on the you know, about the show. I also figured out
Cool.
the real reason that they put like Kelly Kapoor in the annex and whatever.
Huh.
Well, there's like a real reason, and the real reason is because Mindy Kaling was a writer for the show, and
Sure.
they wanted her to, when she wasn't on the camera doing her part, they wanted her to focus on her writing, so they put her in the annex to keep her out from the background.
Okay.
So they, you know, so that when, you know, she could focus on said writing, but they thought, they were
Come
like,
on, where's the stuff?
they're like, it was really hilarious that, you know, they came up with this storyline reason for doing a real life thing, which is, you know, putting Mindy Kaling back in the annex, and the reality is it was because they wanted her to focus on her writing, but they wrote it in the storyline as, you know, she talked too much, and the woman who plays Meredith.
There we go.
The woman who plays Meredith, I guess her official job title on the show is sales rep, and here, I'll probably get that one. I'll get the other one.
You got it.
But yeah, I bet her or not sales rep, customer sales, and or what was it, customer. She basically took care of any customer complaints and dealt with.
Oh, so like customer service?
Yeah, essentially was like, yeah, basically her and Kelly had the same job.
Sure.
With but Meredith had like the added caveat of you know, dealing with unhappy customers, trying to win them back and shit.
Sure.
But yeah, they wrote it in the storyline that they put Kelly in the annex because she wouldn't stop talking, and it was bothering Meredith, so they all just stuffed her in the back where she couldn't talk to anybody.
Sure.
Yeah, and Toby used to sit by her, but he became allergic to that desk. I don't know if they had talked about that yet.
No.
Oh, they will soon.
I think the most hilarious thing I've ever heard either one of them say was Angela. She's like, and I absolutely love the guy who plays Toby, but he's one of those people where you just look at him and you immediately, like, I just love those people whose names match the people that have them. Because
Sure.
you could totally look at him and go, yep, that's a Toby Flenderson.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, they cover quite a lot. Like they talk about the episodes more than Zach and Donald do about Scrubs.
Sure.
But Zach and Donald do way more in their episodes than Jenna and Angela do. Because literally, like Zach and Donald, like they're constantly coming up with new segment ideas for the show, and you know they have people call in and.
You gotta remember, you've only listened to 3.5 episodes.
Right, but. It's just
It'll get there.
It'll get there. Yeah, I know it'll get there, but it's hilarious, like how much they cover in the show. Because yeah, they literally like they sit down, they bullshit for like 5 minutes, and then they'll get into the episode, and that's literally all they talk about for the rest of the time.
Nice. Delivered.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose the caps.
It took me a second too. I was pretty much a half a mile from the meth lab.
Yeah.
And then I just like rode around in the hills.
Yeah, I'm basically down the street from the meth lab right now, just hiding out in the desert area, waiting for the cops to decide they don't want me anymore. There we go.
Right.
But yeah, I've got quite a few podcasts that I've added too, actually, because
cool.
Well, the Google Play podcast app got updated, so now there's like more podcasts you can find. Because originally when I was using the Google Play podcast thing, it didn't have Stone Cold's podcast, and now I can listen to that. So
Nice. Yeah, indeed.
And then Talk is Jericho, Adam Ruins Everything, a Wild Podcast appears, Office Ladies.
Mostly podcast.
I don't listen to that. Those stories really don't interest me the same way they do you.
Haven't even tried.
I have
geez,
listened to
we
one.
supplied the whole thing.
What?
Your supplies are all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
That was
They were only halfway empty when we started, so I figured we'd
All
right.
Let's do it. Where do you want to
drive me to the cash operation.
Got it. Set a waypoint for me.
It's the same one as yours. There we go.
It still doesn't show as an icon. Thank you.
What? Oh, there's another thing that they added that we have to do too. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Was it hitting that yellow-shirted guy? Because I just hit a yellow-shirted guy.
Well, it's not anymore now that you did it. No, they got like a little.
Either that or I accomplished it. One of the two.
They've got a new like little side quest for Solomon. Oh.
Yeah.
Where apparently he has some movie props stolen from his office that we have to go find.
Okay.
I watched Badass and the Crew do a little bit of one, and there's one it's like this gigantic bust of somebody. And it's just sitting on a picnic table. It's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, would you look at that? I have no counterfeit cash. I think my favorite thing
Yep.
I think my favorite thing is walking into this building, having no supplies whatsoever, and seeing all my workers, work like there's something there.